Hi, I'm Anita Boyd, and this is our show, Pushing the Edge at Gage Gallery. And I want to introduce you to the other three artists who have joined me for this show. Margo Cooper, and Jane Michiel, and Joanna Pettit, with 3 T's. Yes. We have been meeting for 9 months to talk about what we wanted this show to be. We knew we wanted it to be abstract art. And we've all worked together for a number of years. We know each other's work and admire each other's work. But we decided not to get too specific about what this show would be, other than we honed in on the title of Pushing the Edge. But what edge, that would be up to us individually, and whether it would be a painterly edge or a political edge or a personal life edge, that was up to each artist. Each one of us handles that concept a little differently. And so we're each going to talk a little bit about some of our thoughts about that. And Joanna's going to begin.
Okay. So first of all, I was really grateful to be invited to your show, Anita. And I had not been painting for a while for some life reasons. And this was a wonderful opportunity for me to get back into my painting. And I had a couple of paintings that I had started that were pushing the edge basically with texture and working with different tools and developing layers. And so I think that's probably what my edge was for this, was finding different ways of creating texture in paintings. And also, some of them were quite formal in this composition, geometric actually. There were 3 of them that I really enjoyed doing, and the other ones are quite different, pushing the edge and I guess in the composition. So that's what I was working with.
All right, Jane, how would you describe your edginess?
Well, for me, I think pushing the edge was getting back to an authentic way of painting. After a few years of experimenting with figurative painting, I thought I just want to get back to what I really love, which is abstraction. So I decided to embrace that with a new color palette and just see where it took me.
I just want to comment on the sponges.
Yeah, right. So this small series of 5 paintings has all been done with my hands and 1 sponge.
That's quite an edge.
It is. Oh, I'm edgy.
And I've thought a lot about edges too, and part of mine on a physicality of the materials level is both the color scheme that I used for these paintings and the textured effects that I have tried in different ways to develop, and I don't feel finished with them at all. But there's another level of edginess, and that is from an idea point of view, the perception, the edges of our perception, and how we tend to stay in our comfort zones or in our conditioned areas of what we see. And I want to get across the idea that there's a whole lot that we don't see, don't acknowledge, and that the act of looking at abstract painting can parallel that intention to see beyond our comfort zone. Margo, I know you have a prepared speech, Margo, and but you're going to.
I'm just going to wing it.
Abstract it.
Yeah, no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Well, I tend to love my black, flat black and white, and using a lot of black tends to end up with kind of a, some people think more of a negative or a sort of a sad, scary theme, and I look at it and I don't see that at all. But as I play around and I intuitively add an element of humor, or I always feel there's some hope in a painting that maybe started out looking a little bit dark. So I think that's my edge, that I try to find a sense of balance. So if I think of an edge in a physical form, maybe I'm standing on that edge and trying to find my balance from where I'm standing.
That's just the complexity, really, of putting together a show like this. And yet it's a simple process, too, of just doing what we do, which is painting, and giving ourselves the deadline of a showtime, and presenting ourselves as artists. So we invite all lovers of art, and particularly lovers of abstract art, to come to Gage Gallery. This show is on for the rest of September till the 29th. We would love to see you and allow you the opportunity to revel in a wonderful exhibit of abstract art.